Welcome back to Aromatic Realistic TV, where we discuss factual issues with substance. So today I will be discussing about illegal immigrants and the transition from home to abroad, to take up various jobs to better themselves and also their families. It's a big sacrifice. You're giving up everything that you have, everything that you know to make this transition from home to gain employment overseas. And most of the time, the reason why we make this transition is that in our country, the opportunities are limited. So it forces us as a people to seek employment elsewhere. And wherever that opportunity presents itself, we will go. And most of the time, it's not even for yourself, but it's for the betterment of your family. So the first time you hear that you will be traveling on a plane to take up employment overseas, you're overwhelmed. The family is excited. Sometimes they throw a party for you before you leave. That's how excited they are. Because they know now that there's a breakthrough for someone in the family who is going to elevate another family member. Most of the time, on our arrival, everything is working according to plan. Working, making the money, pack your little barrel, send it back home, family and friends to get their little knicks-knacks. So everybody been smiling, everybody's been happy. But sometimes your contract is at 3 months, sometimes it's 6, sometimes it's 9, sometimes it's a full year. But along the line, the train has derailed. You're out of status. When I say out of status, your visa's expired. And everything becomes different. You're living in fear. You're afraid to travel. Afraid to go to places. Because bear in mind, you are now illegal. If federal authority get a hold of you, you know how much o'clock, what's gonna happen. So you're even scared of your own shadow at times. Because you have all those things in the back of your mind. So things change, and changing drastically. The job's not coming again. It's hard to get a job. Enough of us end up on someone's couch or on someone's floor for a while. Then you start to get the soft shoulder. I don't want you to overcome your welcome. Because you still have to contribute to that household. Just for you to be there. And if you can't make that contribution, there is no one gonna put you up in America for free. So things is getting tougher and tougher. And because of circumstances, it's forced we to drop our pride. Do some work that we would never dream of doing. Just to stay afloat. So now, people is not hearing from you, friend is not hearing from you, some family member is not hearing from you. And people now are start whisper and grumble. Oh, he's a sellout. He's a fake, he's a fraud. And go a foreign and then switch. They make woman turn them in a clown. They make man turn them in a clown. Because they don't know the realistic part of it. That I'm struggling. Nothing is going on for me. I'm scared. I have to watch where I go. Because I don't want to go at the wrong place. At the wrong time. And run into federal government. If that should be the case, we know the outcome. Deportation. So a lot of us out here pay thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. And at the end of the day, when it's time to make the next move or the time to go to the next level, you hear that that person was a felon. That person wasn't paying tax. That person is there for child support. All form of evil been pouring down on you now. Or they show up at the interview and talk crap. Or they did not show. And asking for more. So now, in the middle of the agreement, you are trying to call the game. We did not bargain for that. This is what we bargained for, XYZ, XYZ. But as I said, circumstances make you who you are. And along the journey towards your destination, there's a lot of stops. There's a lot of pothole. And there's a lot of detour. So before you start burn out the people them, and start cuss them, start slaughter them, I would ask of you to do some deep self-reflection. And remember your friend. Remember your brother. Remember your husband. Remember your cousin. For the kind of person that person were to you. And know that something is not right. And you're asking God to just guide and to protect him. Because you know within yourself, if that person is good, you are good. If that person is good, you are good. For instance, in Jamaica, we always have some fruits in season. Always have something to eat. Always have something to pick off a tree. Whether it's breadfruit, mango, bananas, nisberry, sweet sap, star apple, name it. We always have something in season that we can munch on. But over here, it's different. You have to have your money to go in that store and purchase a apple, a banana, or a mango, or a pineapple, some juice. If not, you're gonna charge for shoplifting. Because there is nobody over here giving nobody nothing for free. You have to earn it, my friend. Again, electricity. If my current should go out in winter and I don't have the money to pay that bill, I'm gonna stay there without electricity until I pay it. So if my eating system run by electricity, I'm gonna stay there and freeze. And if my eating unit run by propane and it's finished and I don't have the money to refill it, I'm gonna stay there and freeze until I can pay that propane bill. Okay? So it's not easy for us as immigrants over here as people think. It is not easy over here as people think. So remember, along that journey towards your destination, it's gonna be potholes, it's gonna be stops, and it's gonna be detour. But you cannot allow yourself to get distracted. Because in those times, who we knows best is Almighty God. Because of His grace and mercy to send His Son Jesus Christ to die for our sin, He always sent Him along the way, along our journey towards our destination with me. And when we've been persecuted, when we've been physically abused, mentally abused, it's only Almighty God we can call upon and pour our burden out, our anger, our frustration, our giving up. Ready for go up, me a dash in the towel, me no matter, me a left, me a go home, I can't take this no more. And you hear a little voice say, hold on, push some more. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes we don't share these problems with no one back home. Because at times it come back to be your most deadliest weapon, or the most deadliest weapon against you. You hear everything on the street. So the only person you can trust and have confidence with in those times is Almighty God and His Son Jesus Christ, to bring you on your journey towards your destination. He never turned His back on us. So my friend, before we cast that stone, before we persecute that person, before we drag their name into the mud, take a second, stick a pin, and ask yourself again, what's wrong with that person? He wasn't like that. Something wrong. I know him. If he's good, I'm good. So something must have been wrong. Something went wrong along the way. And ask God mercy upon him. When you go to church, ask for a prayer for him, because you don't know what that person is going through. Thousands of dollars, not once, not twice. Start over the process again. You and Almighty God. Some real close people who you can share a little ink with. But one thing for sure, along that journey, Almighty God has never forsake you, and He never leave you. He always there with you. And we will hold up our head and strive to reach our destination. Some of us has been victorious. Some of us has reached our destination. Some of us are smiling today. Some of us can have a sip. A juice in peace with themselves and their Creator. While on the other hand, there is also a lot of us are still on that journey, still making them stop, still reaching them potholes, still making them detour towards their destination. But God is there with you, or God is there with them. He delivered a lot of us, and He will deliver you as well. Don't get distracted. Keep your focus up and press on. Press on. Press on. And He will carry you through. No man is an island. No man stand alone. United we stand, divided we fall. Press on to your goal. Not let no devil influence and pollute your soul. Press on to your goal. And when you reach to the top, just play your role. Press on to the goal. Press on to your goal, man. Press on to your goal. Never get discouraged. Never get discouraged. Never get distracted. Just continue on your journey. We all know there's gonna be bumps and bruises, stops and potholes, a lot of detour. It will take us a little longer, but focus and press on. You do it for a lot of us. You're no exceptional. Can do it for you. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. And stay tuned to Aromatic Realistic TV. Like, share, and subscribe. We deal with substance over here. We inspired, educate, and uplift people along their journey. So we have been there along their journey. We've been there, done that. He brought us show. He will brought you as well. It's not easy being a legal immigrant in no foreign country.